Mad Men Sports. We're back. Second time this week, and we're not even done.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. You're still going to get a pregame for the Titans
Tomorrow.
We just wanted to come through
With a third piece of content for the week. A little surprise. Special edition.
Yeah, because that 1,000 view got us real motivated.
It did.
And we're super excited. We want to do some more.
Mad Men Sports, baby. Mad Men Sports, baby.
Yeah, so, I don't know, man. We sell these things on the internet.
Listen, we're not going to force this.
But
we sell t-shirts and hoodies. If you want t-shirts and hoodies, just ask in the comments. We'll drop a link. That's all. I'm not even going to push them.
No.
That's it. If you guys ever want them, just ask for a link.
If you want to, let me know.
Yeah, exactly. We're not...
What's going on there?
I was trying to get my hood off without taking this off. But yeah, we're not here to push merch. Not our style.
Never.
Not our forte.
Because I'm too stupid to know how to make them.
We literally make them so we can wear them. And the only way to make them is through this store. So if you guys want them, let us know. They're really cheap. I'm not going to lie.
And if you don't, that's fine too.
We get almost no money. It's literally
like $4.
Yeah, we literally make them just so we can wear them.
So,
anyways, Josh Allen.
We're going to talk about my Lord and Savior, Lee Smith. No.
Oh, shit. He hijacked this. This is a Lee Smith
Lee
show.
Smith for MVP. No.
He's the only offensive lineman that has a touchdown this year in the Bills.
Damn.
I don't know about the NFL. I don't keep track of everybody anymore.
So Josh Allen, we're confident, is a legitimate MVP candidate.
Pause. I think that we are a quarter of the way through the season. Now, I hear all these comparisons because the last time they were out 4-0 was the Trent Edwards 4-0 season. They started 5-1. He got, for lack of a better term, murdered in Arizona by Adrian Wilson. And he was never the same. They finished 7-9. It was an awful season. J.P. Lossman was the quarterback for a little bit there, and
started that reign.
Things never changed. But I get a little. I was a little weary because I think of 2008 and how excited everyone was, and they kind of almost have a similar schedule to 2008 where they play the NFC West and
well, this is not your 2008 Buffalo Bills.
Exactly, but just out of pure Billsisms in my brains, I've just two brains. I've constantly just reverted back to thinking like, oh, I hope this isn't that. But I don't think this is that. I don't think this is that because Doug, I was going to say Doug Marrone. Sean McDermott is not
Doug Whaley
is not what that was, and Brandon Beane didn't build what that was, and this isn't a surprise. I would say. Well, we sat here. You can go back to our old clips here, and we called it 4-0. I think we called it 5-0. I don't want to jinx us, but we called it 5-0, and maybe at one point after a couple of beers, I might have said 6-0.
Yeah, we might have said 17-0.
Yeah,
we might have added an extra game.
Yeah, because we didn't know because of COVID. We might have said 19-0. Listen, we've said things.
We say a lot of shit.
We say a lot of things. We're about to say a lot of more for the next 20 minutes, I'd say. But listen, I don't think this team is those teams. I think that there is no longer a fear that you could have that there is. I mean, there may be a regression. It's natural to have a regression. Everyone has bad games. As Aaron Rodgers said today, his bad games are other people's career games. So there's a discrepancy between good quarterbacks and bad quarterbacks. How do I say this without having it come back to bite me in the ass later? I think Josh Allen is legit at this point in the season. He's played against good offenses. Everyone's defense has been a little rocky, but he's played against decent secondaries. He's played against very enhanced coaches. Gruden, Greg Williams, Sean McVay. Brian Flores is a good defensive coach.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm here to say that Josh Allen, there's no question about it, franchise quarterback.
Thanks for watching. No, I would say you're 100% right there. I think that this is where we are in the season. It's 4 games in. We're a quarter of the way through. His last 16 games have been very indicative of a good franchise quarterback. He always points back to that Patriots game week 4, which that was a bad game. He was just willy-nilly throwing it, got concussed, out, got to the 1-yard line with a play pass interference with John Brown throwing the ball to Singletary was out that game. I don't know, Yeldon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's legit time. We're talking about legitness, and that's legitness. That was legit.
That was legit.
That should be a good button.
I gotcha. It's weird because you know us starting from last year training camp, our YouTube friends.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for like 3 or 4 years now, but yeah, on YouTube wise.
Not to toot my own horn, I've always been super high on Allen. Zach, not so much.
I'll admit
you're
it.
causely optimistic
been
about
hurt.
him. You have.
I've been hurt.
Well,
I've been
do you
beaten
wanna-
and battered.
Do you want to talk about a Josh Allen draft night? You want to talk about kind of the mood that we were in?
Absolutely. I was jumping up and down. I couldn't
No,
believe
you
they
weren't.
drafted him. I was like, are you kidding me? Franchise.
You said wrong Josh.
Those are 32 other teams that couldn't have picked him. The Bills were the guys.
You said wrong Josh and went for a long walk.
It was only a long walk. I missed like one pick.
Yeah, those go for like 15 minutes, dude.
I just wanted to get air. Story time. We were with a Jets fan who laughed in our face because they drafted Sam Darnold, who I liked Darnold, but I wanted Rosen. I'll admit that. Now, I didn't want Rosen until we started looking at film. I wanted Josh Allen his last year at Wyoming. I knew that he had big hands. I knew he was tall. I knew he had a big arm. I thought, wow, that's perfect for Buffalo weather. But as we started watching film, we watched it in your basement for crying out loud. We fell in love with Josh Rosen.
Yeah, I think he seemed to anticipate throws better than Josh Allen did at that point in his career.
Jim Mora had him working a really good offense at UCLA, going against Pac-12 defenses. I mean, it just worked out that he looked better on tape. Did he have the intangibles? No. Did he have the mindset? Apparently not.
So let's go through some of Josh Allen's scouting reports, and let's see if any of those still hold true. Because I can think of a couple of them where they're like, wow, these guys got it dead wrong. Has accuracy issues. How do you want to talk about where Josh Allen is this year at this point in his career in terms of his accuracy?
Listen, you're going to talk about he has accuracy issues.
Coming out of college, this is all
They
coming out
weren't
of
wrong.
college.
That's not a bad. It's not a bad assessment. He had accuracy issues.
I'm talking about now.
No, definitely. Like we're talking about is like pre-draft scouts. Those guys were dead on. Project accuracy issues, big arm, can't control it.
But we're talking about where he is now.
Let me finish a sentence. That was a comma, not a period.
I don't care.
See how my hands were still in the air?
I don't care. Go.
I'm done.
Go.
I think now he's starting to play to his strengths. I don't think he's as poor at throwing an accurate ball. I don't think he's perfect at throwing an accurate ball. We can look at the Stephon Diggs pass from the Raiders game, per se. Listen, if he throws that accurately, that's a touchdown. Does he throw it a little under? But he didn't overshoot it because we've seen him overshoot it 100 times. I think he's definitely fixed the deep ball for being wow, that one got away from me. He doesn't let him get away from him anymore. He's definitely more dead on where he should put it. He's still working. People always say you can't teach accuracy. You can teach someone how to throw a ball, though. So I think that's kind of how that's working into this whole accuracy thing. He was so raw. High school, small town high school, JUCO, end of sentence, JUCO, Wyoming, Big Mountain West. I mean, this guy was he was a project looking for an artist. The artist picked him up, put the piece together, molded him into something.
Shout out to Ken Dorsey and Jordan Palmer.
Exactly. And they're still working on it. Brian Dable is still working on him. This is an offense that's really coming together on the crossing routes. They're getting their wide receivers open. Everyone's saying, oh, they don't have the size. They don't have the size. They don't need the size because they're so much faster than everybody else. Just throw them the ball. They're open.
Yeah, I look at his 70% completion percentage when pre-draft scouts are saying we'll be lucky to ever see 60% out of him. Now, be it we're 4 weeks into the season, but I don't find that he's going to regress so much over a long term
100%.
that he's going to drop anywhere below 60% completion percentage.
Listen, if he keeps this up throughout the whole, everyone always likes to say quarter of the season times 4. If he keeps that up, he's one of the best quarterbacks seasoned ever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can he keep it up? Sure. Will he keep it up? I don't know. Obviously, that's why they play the games. They play to play the games, so I'm not writing it off. obviously there's a regression coming at some point. It doesn't always mean that it's regressing to the regular, though.
Yeah.
You can just have a bad game, bad couple games, string them together. That happens.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's talk about ball security. I'm not considering this throwing interceptions. I'm talking about as a rusher. I would say that this still kind of stacks up. You saw it in the first week. 2 fumbles against the Jets. I would say that he has some issues with holding on to the ball, which as a quarterback, I don't want to say to be expected, but their primary concern isn't running the ball. So you let it slide there?
No, because ball security is the most important thing in football. It's a game of inches, and it's even harder when you're giving the ball away to the other team in a game of inches. I mean, is ball security an issue? Yes. Have they fixed the last 3 weeks by not making him run? Yeah. I mean, it's that simple. Did he get face mask stripped by Aaron Donald? Yes, that happened. I was there. I watched it. I mean,
Yeah, he got.
I wasn't there.
No one was.
No, we weren't allowed to be. But, I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, yeah, that's a problem still. And the only way to fix that problem is make sure he throws the damn ball instead of holding on to it forever.
Yeah, the next. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Tell me what the next one is.
Throwing too many interceptions.
We know that one's fixed, so we can bypass that.
Yeah,
one.
that one's false.
That one's fixed as hell. Yeah, exactly. He threw a lot of interceptions because he was in a bad offense with bad players at Wyoming with no one to teach him how to throw a football. So yeah, that happens. Now, let me go back to this one. So because this was an important one. Shit, I shouldn't let you go. I forgot
What?
what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something interesting. We were talking about running the ball. Oh, that's what it is. Throwing the ball. Very simple concept. He does it every week. He does it almost 30 times a week at this point, 30 plus at this rate. His problem with throwing the ball, I still have to this day, is holding onto it for too long. We think about that, was it 3rd and 12 where he took that long sack against the Raiders where he took him out of field goal position? He can't do that. He's going to get himself into trouble. He's going to get the team in trouble. We're going to lose points in field goal positions at that point, we being the Bills. I think he needs to work on not so. I mean, this is just come by design, right? So you got to wait for these wide receivers to come over, open. Offensive line has to work on blocking. That's how offenses work. But he needs to make his decision a little bit quicker. We keep seeing these, sideline catches by. Think about Gabriel Davis in the Rams game where he could have had a touchdown, but he caught it on the sidelines. You know what I'm talking about? The long ball.
Mm-hmm.
If he makes that throw quicker, that's a touchdown. You think about the John Brown game in Houston, the one on the sidelines. If he throws that ball quicker, that's on the 5-yard line going into halftime. Like, I think one thing that is his next progressional step for a franchise quarterback, which he already probably is. We're probably going to sell ourselves on he's a franchise quarterback from here on out. His next step is now making the decision half a second faster. He's got a big arm. He's got a big cannon. He's got an arm. I'm going to swear here, but it's a Kenny Powers quote. He's got an arm like a fucking cannon.
Damn.
Chuck the ball in there half second faster. Let your wide receiver get the ball a half second faster. Give him some space. Give him some time. Let the wide receiver be a playmaker there. Wide receivers aren't getting a ton of yak in this offense. They're catching the ball at the point of catch.
No, for sure. All right. Here, struggled against better teams. Now, obviously, when you go to the NFL, everything's better.
Exactly.
But I would say he's had his best games against higher competition when the lights are on. And I'm talking about Pittsburgh Sunday Night Football, and I'm talking the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. What do you think about that?
I think neither of those teams are playoff teams last year, Jacob.
Yeah, but those are big games, big stage.
Big games, for sure. Until I see him beat the Patriots, that is the biggest game at the biggest stage to me. It's still, can you duke it out? Maybe I'm being the pessimist for Josh Allen right now, but I still think that he needs to beat.
You always have been.
He needs to beat the bully. He's got to beat the bully for me to say that he's winning at big games. Is he winning on Thanksgiving games against bad defense, Dallas Cowboys defenses who get smoked by a Baker Mayfield and company?
Byron Jones, man.
Yeah, okay. He smoked that team too. Like, listen, he's good against good opponents. Is that what you mean? Because good. Yeah. So if that's what your question is, yes. But have I seen him excel at the pinnacle of opposition? No. I need him to beat the Patriots first.
Last one. ability to be a clutch performer. I think that
Throw that one right up there with the interceptions.
he's been fantastic.
Proven everything that he could with that one. He's got the most game-winning comebacks.
ever.
Since he's came in the league. He's got the most fourth quarter comebacks. He's got the most game-winning drives since he came in the league. Dude, just untie it and then tie it back in.
I'm just gonna drop this and I'm gonna no, just keep going.
I mean,
Just talk.
what a mess. Madman Sports, the only place they can't keep their
Equipment standing.
equipment armed for some reason. It's always that side too. But listen, I think he can play with the rest of them. He can play ball with the best. He can protect the ball, which is sometimes he does have a problem with that. But I do think it goes back to what I mentioned 2 weeks ago on the show. I think sometimes he gets a little excited. I mean, you think about that Bengals game where he chucked that big ass ball towards the goal line into double coverage.
Yeah.
You think about the Houston game where he said the Hail Mary to Pat DeMarco. He does make poor decisions sometimes. I think eventually they put the talent around him to where the bad decisions just look like 50-50 balls.
All right. Now, this season going along, let's say it's going to go off without a hitch. Is Josh Allen competing at a high enough level to where you're confident to say that he is an MVP candidate? I'm not saying is he a shoe-in to win. You got guys like Pat Mahomes. You got guys like Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson. A lot of big names.
Dak's 1-3, but the list goes on and on and on. I mean, you're like setting me up with these questions.
Well, this is the big question.
You know I'm a realist.
So, do you say that he has no shot?
Do I say he's got no shot? No. But you're asking me 4 games in if this is the answer that he's in the MVP. Right now, he's playing at an MVP caliber.
I'm saying, can we consider him as a candidate, a contender for MVP?
We gotta wait and see. Still, I don't think 4 games is good enough to make your list. Like you think about playing Madden, you're not allowed to see the awards until week 8.
Well, I mean,
ask me again halfway through.
I only asked because we're starting to see a lot of national attention on Josh Allen.
Absolutely,
and they're starting to even call him, "Hey, man, this guy might be a contender."
I think
Stephen A. Smith was talking about that today.
That guy talks out of his ass. He doesn't know which way to. Never mind. He doesn't know which hole to eat out of. How about that one?
That's his butt.
Exactly. He doesn't. He talks right out of his ass. Now I'll tell you this much: do I think Josh Allen's great? Yes. Do I think he's playing at an incredible level right now? Yeah. 4 games in, absolutely. Do I need to see him go against the other offenses in the league? Do I need to see him go against the other defenses in the league? I need to see a little bit more until I'm crowning him. Is he playing at an MVP caliber? Yes. Is he in the conversation? We'll find out. Like that's my only answer is we'll find out there because it's too early.
What is there anything?
But I like the dialogue.
Is there anything quantifiable, anything tangible that you could say he needs to do to be more in that position? Does he have to throw 4 touchdowns a game? Does he got to?
How many times do I have to say it? We'll find out. You keep this pace? Absolutely.
So at this pace,
that's all he's got to do.
If he keeps this pace,
exactly, that's all he's got to do.
Then MVP contender.
Absolutely. But like I said, my problem is it's 4 games in. Does he need to do anything different? He's got a 70% completion percentage. He's got 1,300 passing yards. Yeah, he's got over 1,300. He's got 12. I saw off the dome. He's got 12 passing touchdowns. He's got 1 interception that's already iffy on the mark.
13-26, 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, 1 bad interception, which it could have gone either way. I think we know which way we would have put that. So, is he playing at a high level? Yes. Is he playing at an MVP level? Yes. Can he continue is my question. That's my question for you. Can he continue? And there's no yes or no answer. It's we'll have to see.
You probably know my answer.
I don't need to know your answer.
My answer
it's right
is
on your face.
Josh Allen.
He's not
finally
the favorite.
Not the favorite, but he's probably second. We have a serious MVP contender in Buffalo.
He's probably the 3rd,
ladies and gentlemen.
Right now, 4 weeks in, he's the 3rd. It goes Wilson, Rodgers, Allen.
Perfect. Rodgers is old, breaks a kneecap. Perfect. And then, yeah, Russell Wilson. The Bills will beat Russell Wilson and company.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. We'll just have to play the games. He's playing against an MVP candidate in Mahomes. He's playing against an MVP candidate in Russell Wilson. Beat those guys, outperform them. That's how you win that kind of award.
The Bills have the 7th hardest schedule remaining.
Yeah.
We don't got it easy.
Do you know what the easiest way to go to get to the playoffs is?
Win all of them.
Win your division.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, the Tennessee game is important for the scenarios. No, just win your division. Yes, it's an AFC game. It matters. But all of that questioning goes away if you just keep winning your division.
I don't find it crazy. Let me ask you this, getting off of Josh Allen real quick. Do you think it's doable to not lose a game to the AFC East this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was doable last year.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you follow through, though? Like I said, you ask if I can see Josh Allen winning the big games. The big games is knocking off the Goliath of the New England Patriots. I just watched on Monday night. It's supposed to be Sunday. They moved it to Monday night. I just watched Bill Belichick slow Patrick Mahomes down as best he could. He's probably going to try to do the same to Josh Allen. Bill Belichick's a defensive coach. Everyone forgets that because he's Tom Brady. But Belichick is a defensive coach. Outplay Belichick. That's what you got to do.
I think Josh Allen will be just fine. He's going to look good on that Madden cover, too, next year.
That'd be something.
Bills have never had a Madden cover athlete.
They had Vince Young.
Yeah, that was in a Titans, though.
True, but they did have Vince Young.
There's never been a Bills uniform on the cover.
True.
Besides their shitty mock-ups.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I saw Stevie Johnson on one in like 2012 float around Twitter.
Gross. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I mean, you have the floor.
We got to save a little bit for tomorrow. Let's save a little bit.
I mean, I haven't even mentioned the Titans yet.
Well, I just did.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so mention our show tomorrow, and we'll be out of here. We'll see you guys in 2 days, pretty much.
Yeah, so this will be out on Wednesday. Then you'll see us again on Thursday.
Watch them back to back. Who cares?
Yeah, they're unrelated.
Yeah.
This is going to be about
Well,
Josh Allen. If you
They're
search,
like cousins.
if you search Josh Allen, you'll find this video.
You'll find this video because you subscribe to us.
Or Mad Men Sports Teespring. Shirts if you want.
Like I
them.
said, I hate that we're mentioning it twice. If you guys want one, just comment.
Or don't.
Yeah.
Who cares?
If you want to know where they are so you can write bad reviews, do that too.
You can't
I'll
have-
give you a comment either way.
You can't have this one, though. This one is
There's only 4 of those.
one of 4.
Yeah. You
And
can
one
have
has-
this one, and it looks nicer. This was just the first one.
One has paint on it.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment below.
Carissa.
Whatever you guys want. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care and enjoy.
Bye.